The perfect preseason. Geno Smith delivered it against the Pittsburgh Steelers in week 2. We'll talk about all of it right here with a special guest. Boy Green Daily recapping preseason week number 2 against the Pittsburgh Steelers with a 17-0 victory. Start now.
Oh my gosh, it's morphin' time. To me, talking New York Jets is my superpower. Boy Green Daily starts now. Wow! Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Offense, defense, special teamwork, Jets football with Boy Green. J-E-T-S, Jets. Let's go!
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Boy Green Daily, a daily New York Jets video show, also available wherever you get your podcasts every morning at 7 a.m. Eastern Time. I'm your host, Paul Esden Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. Appreciate you guys stopping by, whether you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter. If you're on YouTube, hit that like button, baby. We got a surge of new subscribers yesterday, thanks to our watch party. Appreciate that. We're about 14 away from 8,800, and then we will be under 1,200. That's the math, heading towards 10,000, which is awesome. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We're going to recap the Jets-Steelers preseason game and talk about the perfect preseason debut for Geno Smith. But before we get there, let's welcome in my co-host for these festivities. He's my old man, my father, my dad, Hop on Pop. Hey now is here on the program, Pop.
Hey now, good morning, Coffee Club.
All right, Dad, I'm going to start this off with a quote from a movie in 1995. We'll see if this tickles your fancy about you got to stay loose, relaxed, 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 2:45, twist. I'm a little teapot, then the wind up and let her fly. Does that catch anything? Does that do anything for you?
No.
The perfect cast from the Goofy movie, because we had the perfect cast from Geno Smith. Look at him just perfectly orchestrate the New York Jets right down the field. 7 for 7, 65 passing yards, 9.3 per clip, touchdown, no picks, 144.9 QBR, and on a 10-play, beautiful 69-yard drive taken just under 6 minutes off the clock. Geno Smith, perfect. All right. Aaron Glenn's like, put him on ice, baby. That's all I needed to see. The Geno Smith debut. Man, it seemed like it checked a lot of boxes, Pop, because, of course, we didn't see him last week because of this ankle issue, which was surprising. The general public found out about an hour before kickoff. The team knew about it about, I think it was 36 hours before the game when they made this decision. So, great. Perfect. How much better could it have been specifically for Geno Smith? I don't think it could have.
Yeah, I don't think it could have been. And right, what did you want to see? You wanted to see him get a little whacked. You know, your play-by-play, I think you overplayed him getting hit a little bit. But you wanted to see him take some contact. You needed him be able to elude, see how that, the swollen ankle, maybe it was just that time of the month. But he was able to get out of the pocket. So I think it was anything you wanted to see from him, he provided in a one-play drive. Obviously, there's more things you'd like to see from him, but given how things played out, the play calls they made, the ball didn't hit the ground, he was able to scramble and show some stuff. I think it was a great drive. There's nothing you can say about that. And then obviously I put him on ice. By the way, he can get all the reps he needs in practice. I'm not putting him out there against the Giants. I just wouldn't do it. What's the gain? He showed you what you needed to see. Now I put him on ice until the game on September 13th.
That's correct. You nailed it. That is September 13th, week 1. And yes, that's to me was the specific thing. So sure, him literally not having an incomplete pass, him marching right down the field score. That's cool. But like for me with the ankle issue, I wanted to see him on the move. Like, is this ankle injury hindering him in some way that you can sort of hide in practice where I've been to training camp twice, where the media is from an elevated platform. Can you sort of hide how Geno Smith looks in the pocket of practice that they happen to see? And to me, he had a rollout to the right where pocket was collapsing. He looked smooth as everything. Rolled out to his right, found Garrett Wilson, Junior to Garrett Wilson on a sliding catch, and he did get hit on that one throw that he sort of stood in the pocket for with the blitzing safety or corner coming across the other side, went to the turf. Now, typically, you don't want to see your quarterback get hit, but for a guy to sort of indoctrinate him, welcome him back, hey, welcome back to the Jets, buddy. Hopefully not a lot of hits are happening for our quarterbacks as that sort of a hazing process here. But that's the part to me that I'm like, yes, that's what I wanted to see. And to your point, you just mentioned it. There's one preseason game left, Pop. He didn't play in the preseason opener, unfortunately, because of this ankle. He did just play in the Steelers game, but one drive in and out, had a touchdown, got out. And Aaron Glenn, after I have his specific quote, my article in the YouTube description down below, when asked about has he seen enough from Geno Smith or would he consider playing him in the Giants game, he said, quote, "That's not even a part of our thought process right now. I want to make sure I look at this game tape and see exactly the things we need to clean up so we could get ready for practice and start to work on those things." So, yeah, I don't want to make any decisions on that right now. But my gut would say that is the last we've seen of Geno Smith. Because if you go back to the preseason game, the final preseason finale last year, Pop, he did not play any of his starters. So I don't know if that's any indication of what is to come. And look at this.
It's not even our thought process. Listen, you're an NFL head coach. You're not playing Connect 4, buddy. You're playing 3D chess. It's got to be in your thought process, moron.
Isn't that coach speak? He's just simply saying it's not in his thought process because he doesn't want to give them an answer.
He's so good at coach speak.
Thank you for
because the Giants prep for the third preseason game is so crucial. Anyway,
hit the chimes. Beautiful 84 raffle tickets for our number one Austrian Jets fan. Pop, where'd that go?
I don't see it.
Okay.
I don't. I normally see. I see all the. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Here you go. Breaker OV Bongs. Breaker over Bongs.
Terrific. Excellent. Thank you, our number one Austrian Jets fan, for your support here on the channel. Excellent. So, yes, I think we are a simpatico. I think that's enough. I don't need to see more from Geno. Get him on ice. Get him ready for week one.
Absolutely.
And, absolutely. So we'll see, even if we see this is a different conversation for a different time. I don't want to project forward too much so we can give the proper love to the winners, losers, and everything else from the Steelers game in which you want to discuss. We'll see if we even see Cade next week, potentially in that game. TBD. But Pop, I don't know if there's anything else you want to say about Geno Smith, but like I said, it was just a perfect preseason performance. He did what he had to do. Head coach Aaron Glenn, a couple other quotes here from him after the game was as follows. Let me see. Very, very efficient. And this is a direct quote, very, very efficient. I think he had 2 third down completions within that. He threw to 5 different receivers within that drive. He looked very comfortable. Smith did exactly what we were looking for. But again, we'll look over the tape to see what we have to work on because our run game certainly wasn't where it needed to be. So we're going to take a good hard look at that and make sure we clean that up. I do have stats on the running game, but I'll wait for that just in case that is that factored at all into.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Then we will, I'll park those statistics for a different time, perhaps. But yes, anything else on Geno you wanted to get off your chest?
Yeah, just this. Let's see how many of the copy going to go super old school here. So old Geno needs to put away his tuxedo until he goes to Tennessee. So I think I just said Tennessee tuxedo.
You did.
And I believe Geno will not fail. Tennessee tuxedo will not fail. Anyways, hey now.
Okay. There you go. For the audience.
It's a cartoon reference for the old schoolers out there.
Okay.
Tennessee tuxedo. There you go. Hey now.
Beautiful. Nice little salute there. So Pop, I'm sure we have plenty of winners and losers to get to from this preseason contest between the New York Jets and the Pittsburgh Steelers. So we are on the edge of our seat as we're going to unpack all of this here on the program. So please.
Do you have the clip of Dennis Green? May he rest in peace.
I do not.
You need to get that one.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, sure.
and you'll know what I'm talking about in a minute. I just have one thing to say. Before we get started, one player, I couldn't have been less surprised. Breece Hall, no production yesterday. What the hell? That's exactly, we knew he is who he thought he was. No production.
Chef Kevin Gilbert, speak for your guy. Where was Breece last night, huh?
Where was he? Yeah. Anyways, all right. The joke aside, that's for you, Badshaw, and for you, Chef Kevin Gilbert. Shout out.
Yeah.
But obviously, we all well aware that the turf had kicked Reese in the groin, and so therefore he's not playing.
Thank you for clarifying that. I appreciate that. Pop.
All right.
Yes, go ahead.
All right, we'll move into the. You want to start with winners or not so winners?
So, are you going to ping pong between winner loser, or are you just going to, when you go down a road, you're going to go down the road completely of all your winners and all your losers?
We're going to go down the road.
Okay, beautiful. Well, I'll perhaps save. I see a super chat in here. I don't know if you can see the super chat pop, but are either of these players on your bingo card? Okay, and check out the super chat in here before I bring it up here on the show, if you can.
I believe
that
one of them is.
Oh, okay. Then I will wait then, Austrian. I see your beautiful super chat. Those both players are on my list if they weren't on Pop. So yes. More on that coming up in a few minutes. All right, Pop. But go ahead. Then you can proceed in whichever direction you prefer. I don't know if you're good news.
We'll start off with the good first. Let's start off with the good.
That's lovely.
My first positive, my first shout out is for the entire Jets Nation. The entire suffering fan base. This is a positive. You finally received something that you've been waiting forever for. It was a solid performance with a few exceptions that we'll talk about across the board. You know, you go from the grief that people gave the Jets for giving up almost nothing to get Geno Smith and his near perfect performance.
Yes.
Or perfect performance. Right. So all right, so there you go. Everyone else just shut up. Right now, you can get off, the 19-game skid without an interception. You could take that off. Now it shouldn't be a discussion anymore. I don't want to hear preseason, regular season, blah, blah, blah. They play the games, right? There was 2 picks by the Jets last night.
Yeah.
So another thing they could put in the rearview mirror behind them. So Jets Nation, a big win for the team yesterday. So that's my first positive overall. Okay. Jets Nation with the win.
I love that. All right, well, let's give a quick shout out here to Omari Brown TV, a new member of the weekly lineup here on Boy Green Daily. He is now officially a Boy Green Coffee Club member. Omari Brown, you have a raffle ticket to our contest. More on that later. He joins us every Tuesday now throughout the season. So, Omari, looking forward to your takeaways on this game, and obviously looking ahead to the Snoopy Bowl, the preseason finale for the New York Jets against the New York Giants. Omari Brown, appreciate you, brother. And Austrian, like I said, we'll get to yours here in a few minutes once we go through Pop's list. Those are 2 players on my list as well. Omari, welcome to the family, brother. Great to see you here, Omari. Very nice. Thank you. Pop. All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just setting you up, please. So, was your whole conversation on the picks over with everything you just said?
Yeah. Well, I would like to give you some grief.
Grief. Oh,
I want to give you grief. Right. I want to give you a small amount of grief because I appreciate the entire theatrics when Cisco had the interception. It was what people that know the Syracuse alum that he was known for. He led, I could get this wrong, but his sophomore freshman season, he led the NCAA in picks.
Yeah, it's 7 or 8. Yeah, he had 13 across his entire Syracuse career. But yes, either as a freshman, he did start as a freshman, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, it could have been freshman or sophomore year. I can't remember, but he had like 7 or 8 picks and led college football. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah. But
it wasn't that long ago that you said he was washed. And you acted yesterday like you've been championing him. You're like, I think Cisco's going to get. Let me do the replay. Let me go back to this. This is Boy Green. I really think Cisco's not even going to make this roster. I'm not really sure.
What are these lies? These blatant misrepresentation. I never said Cisco was washed. Other people have come on my show and criticized Andre Cisco. Yet before yesterday, he's been the starting.
We're going to go back to the footage.
Go to the footage.
Back to the footage
is available.
I'm
an Andre Cisco guy.
You're like, I know I'm an Andre Cisco guy, but you're like, I'm not sure that last season. Anyways, so it would have been a great celebration. But I remember I harkened back.
Well, harken
to
back a
your
little further, pal, okay? Because
hark
I've
on this.
always been
Anyways,
an Andre Cisco guy, very clearly. It's been evident. And what a great read on the interception. And again, he takes a better angle and doesn't get tackled by the quarterback. It's a pick six, baby. So shout out to him and Samuel Womack the third, baby. Ciro Miro. Let's go. 2 picks. And as Omari says in here, not one. I say 2, baby. 2 interceptions.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, that was good, and it was clear. That's what Cisco. That's how he got to lead. I'll have to look up later how he got those 8 interceptions. Right, playing the ball. Right, he was in a position right to play the ball, make a move, and that receiver had no idea that Cisco smoked past him for that interception. So that was very impressive.
A quick aside, because I don't know if you're bringing up Cisco again, but I will just say that yesterday it looked like there was a replacement in the starting lineup. It appeared Dane Belton was the opposite starting safety of Minkah Fitzpatrick. Whether that means something or not, or Jets are trying something, I don't know. But I still think Cisco, if that's the case, and Dane Belton is leapfrog Cisco on the depth chart, Cisco's still going to play. They ran a ton of 3 safety looks when I was there at both training camp practices. And if you let Cisco do what his superpower is, since that's the word of the offseason, he reads defenses and is a center fielder. And that's exactly what happened. He was in his zone. He's like, oh, baby, there you go. And he ran. See ball, get ball. And that part I love. So huge shout out to Andre Cisco. He's going to be a factor. The drought is over for the preseason. The Jets obviously have to do it in the regular season for it to actually count 100%. It was awesome last night. It was cool, but we actually need to see it in the regular season. Hopefully that starts in week 1. That would be amazing.
Yeah. My next positive goes back to 1693. 1693.
Is that Magellan?
No, 1693, King William III and Queen Mary II of England established a charter for university. In Williamsburg, Virginia, called, shockingly, William and Mary. Now you don't have to get to throw out 1693 or the College of William and Mary. No. But shout out to William and Mary. And you may ask, what is he talking about? Boy Green, any idea what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I may have an inkling. There's a certain player the Jets have recently picked up that has roots in one William and Mary. I imagine that's where we're we're fishing.
Nate Lynn. That's some excitement. So this is what the preseason's all about. You validate what you have. Yeah, if you have some, like the Geno. Is he going to click? Is it going to work out? So that there's the validation. And you validate, in my opinion, Agent Zero was validated last week. You played him this week because eventually someone's going to go out there and suit up for just a little bit. But on this, the other thing you do in the preseason, you find these players that you saw something in, you brought them in, and Nate Lynn out there racking in 2 sacks. He was one of the bright spots of yesterday for me. From William and Mary.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. They signed him earlier this week, just a handful of days ago, and then slap him on the tush and say, hey, buddy, get out there. This I had forgotten about. You could have sort of put the pieces together. He had previously spent time at the Detroit Lions, of course, where he crossed over with Aaron Glenn. He was there in 2024 as a undrafted free agent, and unfortunately tore a ligament in his shoulder and was on injured reserve. And then he was in training camp in 2025. Obviously, that's not where he would have crossed over with Aaron Glenn, because Aaron Glenn was the head coach of the Jets. But yeah, you talk about that career at William Mary. He ranks 2nd in school history in sacks with 28 and 3rd in school history with 40 tackles for loss. So uniquely sized at 6'3", 252 pounds. But yeah, man. That's great. Again, that's what these stories are all about. So I guess I'll give the shout out here, because I don't know if we'll go to the other player, but number one Austrian Jets fan with that $2 Euro super chat here on the program. Yeah. Wow. He says, I liked Lynn. And is this other person on your list?
He is not.
Okay. Then I will give him.
I had to keep my list tight.
Yes, of course. I can respect that. So let's give the shout out right now to this young man, Junior Bergen, of course. Junior Bergen. 23-year-old former San Francisco 49ers wide receiver, a 7th-round pick of the 49ers back in 2025. And shout out to Junior Bergen, who had a nice performance. Of course, he had the one catch on the screen pass and took it 44 yards. So he was obviously involved on offense. That was his only target of the game. That was a nice moment for the young man. And also, obviously, in the return game was another contributing factor for Junior Bergen as well. So let's keep an eye on him. The Jets have plenty of returners, so we'll see where he sort of factors in. But on the punt return, he had he returned 5 punts for 51 yards, averaged 10.2 per clip. That's obviously spectacular. And then, like I said, on offense as well. So, hey, maybe he can carve out a role for himself in a very limited amount of time. He just joined the roster here very recently. Another raffle ticket for a number one Austrian Jets fan. So, Lynn, the city of sin, the way you come out is not the way you went in. And then we have old Bergen there. So nice shout outs here, Austrian Jets fan. Nice shout outs indeed.
Yeah, you have to actually say Lynn. You have to say it twice.
Right. Yes, to really overemphasize. That's true. That's right. So Lynn, the city of sin. The way you come out is not the way you went in. Beautiful.
All right. Anyways, the other one, and then we'll move on to my next category.
Yeah. Right.
And again, this is a player that I've been espousing their accolades. They're
espousing. That's not a word that gets enough play.
Yeah, that they're going to bring, and it's old DK Mitchell. Mitchell. I liked what he was cooking on that first drive, and
sure.
It's exactly what I expected. Again, I'll say it again for the cheap seats. I've said it 2 or 3 times over the course of the offseason. He's going to be north of 800 yards receiving and about 6 to 8 touchdowns at a minimum. And he may be the second 1,000-yard receiver. The Jets are going to have 2 1,000-yard receivers this year.
Well, my oh my. That'd be spectacular. So you have been for a while, but just to reiterate it for the audience, the chemistry that has been apparent between Geno Smith and Adonai Mitchell throughout camp, you believe that's 100% real? Because sometimes, of course, Jet fans know this too intimately. The David Clowneys of the world, some of them can pop in camp and pop in the preseason, but we get to the regular season and they either didn't make the team or they make the team and nothing happens. Like, oh, it was just a mirage. It wasn't real. You think that budding chemistry is 1,000% genuine?
Absolutely. And this Jets team is going to want to be run focused, but that's interesting. But with the weapons they have, I'm going to get a lot of hate for this. I would liken this, and this is just a conceptual comparison.
That has not stopped you before, though. But
no, it does not. I don't give a shit. And by the way, you should save your typing. If you're saying negative things about me, I don't give a beep. So Jimmy crack corn, and there you go. So anyways, I would say, the Jets are looking to have the strong running game, and they have the good components. And actually, I'm going to get to more about that in a minute. But I would also say that they also have some ability to throw the ball, right? I'm going to take Sadiq off the table because we don't know what we don't know, right? Yeah. But Mason Taylor, as he's been in the game, has been more productive in the past 2 games than I remember him being all of last season. And I'm talking about in bursts and the ability of time. His impact for the amount of time that he's been in the game, his impact. That's what I'm saying. Right?
Okay, because he was a few catches away from breaking the Jets rookie franchise record for tight ends.
Idiot. That is the dumbest thing. That is the dumbest thing. Like you say a lot of dumb things. That's a dumb thing.
5 catches away. Anywho, but go ahead.
I would say for his impact in each game for the number of plays he's been in has been a good sign. That's what I'm saying. Right.
That's another. Now, it didn't happen in the Bucs game, obviously, because Geno didn't play. But Mason Taylor, he lives down in Florida, so I guess it was just easier because his dad, Jason Taylor, of course, Miami Dolphin and Jet legend. Geno Smith and Mason Taylor, seemingly, if I'm to pay attention to Geno Smith's Instagram, worked out literally every day from the end of mandatory minicamp to beginning of training camp. He got a lot of extra bonus time. Like Sadiq missed time in general. So Mason was there the entire time and got the extra work. And you saw that a little bit even last night. So, yeah, there's something budding there too. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so positive about that. Their wide receiver room, it's interesting. The things that we've been squealing about for a long time. Like last year, the fan base, not Hop on Pop, but the fan base. We need a second wide receiver. We need a second wide receiver. We're gonna roll. Let's roll with what we got. Yeah, and that rolling sucked. We need a defensive tackle. We need we're gonna go with what we got. We'll be pre. What's that? What did Nick Ferrier say? We're going to be in prevention, or we're going to get it's
reactive or proactive.
Yeah. It's proactive at the end of August to sign 2 defensive tackles because your room sucks. But anyways, when we ask for things and don't get them, then they reap the benefits. I don't see that. They've got DK Metcalf 2.0 on the team. Mm-hmm. They have their rookie superstar. I think they want to be run heavy, but they'll have the ability to do that play action pass or just spread the field. So I think it's going to be an interesting offense this year. And again, I've also said I believe it's right around in the top, right outside or right at the top 10 offenses in the NFL. I believe that's the case.
Well,
I've said that before.
Yes. But every time I hear it, I'm sorry, I've got to make some sort of a reaction to it because it's just something I'm unfamiliar with as a Jets fan. And Rich Samiti said this on Instagram, and I agree. We got to give a little bit of love to Frank Reich last night. The naked bootleg play for the touchdown to Jelani Woods. I just thought, he just sort of had the right temperature. Again, I get it. Not all the Steelers stars were playing, but a lot of them were. I saw Alex Highsmith out there. I know there wasn't TJ Watt. There was a few that were missing, but there were notable key players that they had on defense and offense, for that matter, that played in the game. I just thought he had sort of the right temperature. It was sort of great to see that. Again, the naked bootleg for the touchdown was nice. I just thought he called it very nice. Again, they're not showing their full boot and caboodle ahead of the season. Tennessee's not going to get some advantage from what we saw in some likely vanilla action. But even in vanilla, I thought Frank Reich, okay, I like how this looked. I like the operation. There was another big thing I was looking for last night.
Yeah, that's like if you go to like Madden 1973, I don't even know if there was a Madden back then. You go to Madden 1973, like that's the play. Like there's your sign that tight end play. Like everybody, that's as vanilla as you get, and that's just terrible. I was great. It was great play. Don't get me wrong. That's just terrible defense. I mean, like it was like even like a half a move, and then but Geno got on the ball. He scored. It wasn't it was a good play. So, but anyways, I think it's time to move on.
Well, just a quick love on that. For people who don't know, a naked bootleg is when you obviously do a fake handoff in one direction, and you sort of hide the ball so they think it's a run, and you're flipping around, and you have to get rid of the ball quickly because it's naked because you're not having that protection on that side. So once the pass rushers realize you still have the ball, you just sort of have to give a little bloop because Jelani Woods, he faked blocked like it was a run play, and then the pass rusher. I don't get why the pass rusher, maybe it's just happening so fast, and I'd never played pass rusher before, but like the guy's blocking me and then he just lets me go. Like, why is he letting me go? Why is he just, and then I'm like,
my power was too much for him.
Right. Yeah, right. And he's like, you gave up, a loser.
It's like a screenplay, right?
Over the head. You're like, what the? Wait, the guy was just blocking? Oh, son of a... And then he gets right into the end zone, which is what Jelani Woods did. And by the way, shout out to Jelani Woods for no apparent reason. He could have just walked in the end zone. He's like, where's the Steeler? Oh, there you go. Boom! And trucks him as he goes into the end zone, seeking contact for no reason whatsoever. Jelani Woods, salute, buddy. Very nice. Yeah.
He had to show effort after the previous week. Anyways, hey now.
Excellent. Anywho, proceed.
Yeah, so we're going to go to the losers, but I will start this off by saying I'm only going to talk about 2, but I don't think either one of these are actually fall into the loser category. When you have a game that, the Jets win 17-0, right? I mean, 40 minutes of the game, not much was going on, right? So they score a touchdown, then 40 minutes later, oh, hey, there's 10 more points. But so there's no losers. They got what they needed to see at the beginning of the game. The rest of it's situational football. You're really dissecting. You're calling a play to see what this player will do, to see if he's going to bring to the table what you need as cut down this looming. So definitely no losers for the Jets. 2 concerns. I'm going to call them concerns instead of losers.
Okay. Yep.
Concerns. Clearly. And by the way, can you I'm going to have you say this person's name. Like when you say this person's name, It
I already
sounds like
know
you're
who it
you're
is.
doing like baby talk. So, but
Is it
anyways,
Kane and Wanwu?
in Wamwu, right? You kept saying that last night, and you are.
That
I'm
is how you
confident.
pronounce it.
I'm confident you're saying it correctly. But when you say it, it's like you're talking, like you're doing baby talk. Say it again.
Kane and Wanwu.
In Wamwu. But anyways, my
Yes.
concern is the running game. My concern is the running game.
I think I got the stats
You
still
know,
here. Let
if
me
you
see.
take out the scramble by Cade, if you
For
take out
16
that
yards, very
scramble,
nice. Yeah.
right, which is a third of their rushing offense. If you take out that scramble, you know, it was not good. It was not good.
Here it
And
is. This is from last night.
yeah, you take
Woof.
out the 16 yards and then you're at 2 yards
Really?
average. Yeah, so leave
Not
that
good.
up. Leave that
Yeah,
up for
sure.
just a second. Yeah, so Braylon Allen was in there short enough. I just discount that entirely. You never know.
Yes.
Yeah,
Right.
you just we're taking that out.
Which
Right?
again, by the way, real quick, right? Brees Hall clearly doesn't play in this game, so take that for whatever you will. And then Braylon's on that first drive, and then the Jets must be thinking like he's too important. Brees is hurt. Isaiah Davis is hurt. We can't have our top three running backs
That's right.
hurt. It's not worth it. Braylon's out. So right, you sort of got to wipe away Braylon here. But go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm taking him off.
Mhm.
Like I'm discounting. I'm not
Sure.
talking about Braylon Allen in this
Yeah.
agent zero. I'm not talking about him, but the rest of the room, right? Brees, theoretically, I think they're, you know, you talk about how Taron Glenn, you know, being like strategic with what he says to the media. I think his voice over on Brees Hall is the opposite. Like he should be more close to the vest. Like we're
Okay.
monitoring him, he's day to day. And if he's going to be great, great. But you can always regress on these type of injuries, right?
Yeah,
Something
soft
like
tissue, right?
soft tissue issues. You don't really know. So my not so great is the running game. Yes, I'm picking. It's at 2 yards a rush. Again, the middle 40 minutes of the game was a little bit of a yawn fest unless you were looking at specific players. But this is the correction. I think they've got to go out and either sign one of those veteran free agents out there. You know, if Isaiah Davis, I don't know how serious his injury is. I'm not sure anybody does. And Brees, I think I got to go get somebody, maybe even a trade. There are a few running back stables out there in the NFL that have a plethora of running backs available. I talked about it during my preseason. I would give Arizona a ring-a-ding. They've got 4 solid running backs in that stable. And I just think do it now. You want to talk about proactive? Now is proactive. 2 weeks from now, not as. So now we go sign one of the free agent running backs, or you get a guy off somebody else's squad for a song. We have plenty of draft capital, right? Where we don't want to be is Isaiah Davis. Are we want to live with these people on the screen now, or do we want to go at least kick some tires? So that's my concern is the running game with the uncertainty of injuries, especially soft tissue injuries. I think there's something to be said to go shop in the market.
So, by the way, I have the free agent running backs up. Now, this came out last night. Nick Chubb is retired. So, salute to Nick Chubb. Had a great run in Cleveland. Unfortunately, some devastating injuries, both in college and in the pros, sort of deterred him there. There's a big name. Joe Mixon is still a free agent. He obviously had a great run in Cincinnati. Houston, he had until that very weird situation last year where he said Ian Rappaport came out and said he's dealing with this injury. Mixon responded, "You don't know what you're talking about." And then Mixon didn't play all year, so apparently didn't know what he was talking about. So very strange. He's a free agent. He's a big name that's had a lot of success. Austin Eckler's out there.
Yeah.
Like I said, Nick Chubb just retired. Raheem Mostert is a speedster out there. Kareem Hunt's still out there. So, yeah, there's a variety. I'm looking at the names. There's some decent names that just straight up free agents that, you could sort of factor in. Isaiah Davis is supposed to be back for week 1, and so is Brees. But, you could probably use a fourth guy just in case, because I imagine Brees being on ice, he's not going to play in the preseason. Isaiah isn't going to play in the preseason. Are they just going to be full go week 1? Maybe, or maybe they're on a pitch count, so you're going to need another guy. Yeah, I think you're onto something.
Yeah, and I think these guys are a song, right? These guys are $3 million with a few bonuses packed on to make it look. Yeah, and so why wouldn't you, right? $3 million. Like, what are you talking about?
Sure.
Like, we got the room. So anyway,
we got the money.
Yeah, we got the money. So that's my concern. That's my first concern.
Fair concern.
Yeah. My next concern, and this is smaller than the first one, just to be clear.
All right.
It is smaller than the first one. but I think Cade, he came a little bit off the high from last week, right? That, if his name was Zappy, he would have been butchered in the comment section during the play-by-play. If his name was Zappy, he would have been butchered in the comment section for that errant throw. And I'll call it an errant throw because it could have been a pick six, right?
Oh, you're talking about to the sideline throw?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
If his name was Zappy, this guy is garbage. Get him out. But because it's Cade, right, who can do no wrong. That was a pretty good throw. I saw the comments last night.
I did.
So,
I won't lie. I did see some of the comments that said, "Ooh, tight throw." Like, "Ooh, he almost got it in there." I'm like, "Almost got it in there for a pick six."
That's
like,
right. So
he was a little, to put it bluntly, he was a little too ballsy last night. Like, if he took my advice, he listens to Boy Green Daily. By the way, thank you for listening to the show. Like, I wanted to see aggressiveness, but not recklessness. I think there's a fine line between the two.
Yeah. So between that and taking the 2 sacks yesterday, again, this is not. It's not. I'm not disparaging him.
Mm-hmm.
I think and again, he's not going against an all-pro defense. The Houston Texans, the starting defense of the Houston Texans weren't out there last night. So with that being said, I just think now is the time. I think we don't wait. I have zero confidence in the quarterback depth chart evaluation by Muji, as shown to me last year. But I do have faith in Frank Reich. And I would go the same exercise that you went for the running backs, do it for the quarterbacks. See who's out there, make a move, and again, trade or a veteran free agent signing, right? I think we've waited too long for this, personally. I think some of the ones that we could have gotten have now left. And again, I don't think they're going to cost that much money. I feel uncomfortable right now letting him go as the second string quarterback. It's a minor concern, but it is a concern.
So are some of your Cowboys available? You got Joe Milton and Sam Howell over there. One of those guys shaking free?
I think one of them will shake free, and that's exactly what I'm talking. Like, you look at, come up with a big board. Frank Reich, come up with a big board. All right, if you had all these, here's a free agents. Any of these, who you're 1 or 2, because it's not great, right? It's not. Although I think a Pro Bowler's in there. Anyways, or 2 Pro Bowlers. It's not great. It's not great. But if we could trade for a song, who would we get?
Doesn't he have that list in his office if he's doing his job? Like, that is
absolutely
in his front desk of his office, that if in case, like, here is my preferred list of 5 guys, 10 guys, or whatever the number is.
That's right. And what I'm advocating for both of these, for the running back and the quarterback, is we don't wait. We act now. And it's not an indictment of Cade, right? Zappy's not it. Brady will never cook. Right.
Well, didn't you see him cook at the end? You didn't put him in your winners? That beautiful left touchdown throw to Quincy Skinner Jr. That was a nice 31-yarder. That was nice. He just went, hey, he up there somewhere. Pow! Give him a little nice touch in the end zone. Nice throw.
And the round of applause he got by the 2 fans still in the stadium when he threw it.
That's not right.
But he's not on my winners list. But they need a veteran backup. Do not roll into the season. I think this season there's that opportunity for the 7 to 9 wins. I've said it before, my prediction, that I think that's a real thing. If, unfortunately, hopefully not, as in the past few seasons, the starting QB goes down, right? I don't think Cade is a guy that's going to roll in and to be the sole person to rely on, right? Cade is good, but and Zach is not someone I think the Jets should go after. But those are my 2 not so goods. Again, there were no bads in the game. But I think we need to shore up the running back room with the uncertainty. Again, I think you think $3 million is a lot of money. It is not in the NFL. And get somebody else. I don't know whether – I've been talking about this backup quarterback thing for a while. They need to get somebody in there to replace him. But there it is.
We have 300 people in the room, including over 100 on YouTube, but only 40 likes, Pop. What do you have an antidote for this problem I'm dealing with?
Yes. Yeah. Hey, now take that like button to Pound Town. Let's go.
It is free to do, people. That is organically how this Jet Show can get in front of other Jet fans. Obviously, you guys can all sort of be my voice in the street, a little bit of WOM action, word of mouth. Hey, Boy Green Daily. Hey, Boy Green Daily. Boy Green Daily. And maybe that naturally draws people in. But by liking the video, it sort of spreads the digital footprint of Boy Green Daily. So please, guys, while you're watching the show, make it a part of your routine. Like the video and say hello to thy neighbor in the comment section. That'd be lovely. So please show that love in the comment section, please, and thank you again.
Yeah,
like the video.
Like the video. 2 quick clarifications. I am not
Yeah.
Right. Playing Adam Sandler and Happy Gilmore, and we should do neither of those things. If the price is wrong, bitch. Right. I think there's an opportunity to go. And I'm not disparaging Cade. I think he needs more development. I don't think he's a add water and mix ready to be the second quarterback at this time. In the future, yes, I think we need an insurance policy. That's my clear message.
All right, before we go to the phone lines, Pop, it's time for some Hop on Pop Wounded Warrior action, baby. Hop on Pop Wounded Warrior 50-50 raffle. If you guys are new to the channel, you have no idea what we're talking about here. My father spent 20 years in the United States Navy. Military is all throughout my blood and very important to me and us. And for the second straight year, we're raising money for the Wounded Warrior projects. I wouldn't be able to do this show. We wouldn't be able to watch that Jets game last night without the men and women in our armed forces protecting us and giving us the liberties to choose and do whatever the hell we want to do here in America, which is amazing. And our soldiers, when they go out, they don't always come back the same way that they left. And the Wounded Warrior Project is there for our warriors that protect us for our country. So here's what we're doing, folks. You can make donations to Hop on Pop at Hop on Pop 22, HOPON POP digits 22. It's his Venmo and PayPal. And here's what we're doing. So if you donate any amount of money, hopefully it's at least $1, and it can go as far as $100, $50, $1,000, as much as you want, you send it in. And we're putting all that money towards a 50-50 raffle on our tailgate, Jets Browns, Sunday, October 11th, live in the parking lot. We're going to spin a wheel. If you have $1, you have 1 raffle ticket. If you've donated $50, you have 50 raffle tickets. And obviously it goes bigger and bigger from there. The more you donate, the greater your odds are of winning. But if you even just donate just $1, you have a shot to win the prize pool. And whatever that overall amount of money is, which Pops is about to give us an update on where it currently stands here on August 22nd, wherever that is, at the time of the tailgate, 50% will go to you, the winner, who gets randomly drawn, and 50% goes to the Wounded Warrior Project. And the top 3 contributors, whoever spends the most money, sometimes if you spend the most money, you don't win these types of things because it's random, but Pop is going to do something special for those top 3 winners, which he's about to explain in a second. So this is cool. It's a cause very close to both of our hearts, and if you guys can help us raise money, we'd appreciate that. Pop, can you give us, first off, an update on the leaderboard? How much money have we raised so far? Because obviously we started this earlier this year, so we've had more of an opportunity to do some good work here.
Yeah. So the total amount of money raised is just under $3,000.
Oh my!
Just under $3,000. Some of that will go to the 50-50 winner, but right now we're sitting about $2,000, just under $2,000. That'll go directly to the Wounded Warrior. If I could, my math, they're about $1,800. I would be clear. That's going directly to, and about $1,100 going to the 50-50 winner.
Yeah,
again,
yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I just to explain it real quick, if people are getting confused by numbers, there are some people that have chosen to donate to you, Pop, that say, hey, I don't want to be in the raffle. This is just to raise money for the charity aspect. So if you guys want to do that part, that's totally up to you in the universe. So that's the alternative numbers here as you're hearing that, because again, obviously that number won't go to the 50-50 person that wins because the money's just going directly to charity, which again, people can make that contribution if they so please.
Yeah, and so in appreciation for everybody, we're doing a lot of things. We had more runway this year than we had before, and we'll continue to do it in this fashion going forward. Right, the top 3 winners, we gave a brief gift last year. This year is going to be different. There'll be a gift for the top 3, very autographed memorabilia. John Riggins autographed mini helmet for the Jets, autographed Bob Lederer Beyond Broadway Joe book for each of the top 3. Number 2 is going to get a military coin holder with a few recognition challenge coins. And number 3 escapes me at the moment, but they'll get something good. And we're giving other prizes away too. There's going to likely be something for the top 10. We each get a very unique, very unique thing that we're working behind the scenes of. So yeah. So There'll be a lot of opportunities to raise money. Again, we'll take money until 11 a.m. 11 a.m. on October 10th?
11th.
11th.
The Sunday, right? You're taking it
Yeah,
through the
yep.
Sunday? Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll take it the night of the Hop on Pop takeover of the Clovery Tavern. We'll take it up to 11 a.m. in person for those that don't do all this fancy computer stuff.
Sure.
We'll take it. We'll immediately add it. We'll do the drawing live right before we walk in to see the Jets kick the crap out of the Cleveland freaking Browns.
That's right. So again, folks, you guys can also hand in your cash in person, or I see Neil says, "Pop, I need a Zelle, email, or phone number. I don't have Venmo or PayPal." So I've been serving as a middleman for anyone that needs to do this. So I'll put my email up on the screen. So Neil, I appreciate that. You can Zelle me at my email. That's Paul A. Esden Jr. at gmail.com. PAUL, the letter ESDENJR at gmail.com. If you'd like to Zelle money in. There's no message allowed on Zelle, but Neil, I know it's coming now, so I will, as soon as I get it, I will just hand it over here to Pop and serve as that middleman, because obviously me and Pop have financial things together, so I can easily get him the money over. So in a preferred world, if you guys could get it right to Pop, that's where it should go. Again, at the Venmo and PayPal presented, but some of you don't have PayPal or Venmo, so I will accept it via Zelle and then hand it off to Pop if you guys need that out there. So please take full advantage. Again, that's Paul A. Esden Jr. at gmail.com. PAULAESDENJR gmail.com. If you guys want to Zelle it over. If you just choose to Zelle it and you didn't give me sort of a heads up, try to reach out to me on social media so I know what it's for. Because again, for Zelle, it just sort of drops money in with no explanation. So if you guys can do that, like on Instagram, email, and say, "Hey, Paul, I sent you over money, $50, $100, whatever." I'm like, "Cool, perfect." And that'll help us keep track of it, especially if you're doing it toward the 50-50 raffle. So Neil, very nice. And thank you very much as well. Appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you to everyone that's donated. Again, that's at Hop on Pop 22 at PayPal or Venmo. We're shooting to break last year's, right? Help give back to those that sacrificed for us. So again, thank you for everyone who's contributed.
So what do we have to do to break last year's record, Pop? I don't know if there's an exact math number that we need to reach, but if you had to ballpark it, how much more do we need to ensure that we break last year's raffle record?
Yeah, without having the exact, I think we're about $500 to $600 away.
Okay, there you go, people. So we have another month and a half to do it. We're a month and a half away from our tailgate, of course, Sunday, October 11th. So in the next month and a half, if we can raise another $500 or $600, that will push us over the goal line and raise even more money than last year. And I hope we can do that because, again, special cause close to our heart. And so many are saying this, Pop. NC Green says, "Thank you for your service, Pop." And very nice. So, yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. So very happy. Cool when we could do something. You know, this is a Jets football show, of course. But it is nice that is available. NY Jets Fandom says, "Can you guys set up an Apple Pay option?" My fiance has it. I think she talked to you, NY Jets Fandom, so I don't know if there was any issue with that happening, but she has that. I don't know how any of that works, but yeah, we'll try to provide as many different options as possible. If not, NY Jets Fandom, we could try to work something out and try to figure it out. But yes, I will try to help you guys in any way that I can. But yes, PayPal, Venmo, Zelle are the things I have. And we will see. Oh, yes. Can we get an update? Because Max says, "Who's in the top 3? I'm coming back for my top spot." Do we have a top 3 update on the leaderboard, Pop?
We do. And I would like to tell Mac that he's in third place to inspire this huge push, but I cannot do so. I cannot do so.
I see.
Yeah, Mac, you are, I could give numbers, but I'll just give the top 3 names.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So, Mac, you are number 1.
Okay, first place.
How
All
do
right,
you do
nice.
that? Number 1.
Oh yeah, I guess I could have had the voice guys ready for that. I apologize. Let me hit some buttons back here. But okay, so we'll give some love to our top 3 here on the program. So okay, here we go. Let me go full blast. Mac,
number 1.
All right. Actually, this order I think is exactly the same as last year. Number
2.
Number 2 is not old because I'm old, but number 2 is Mr. NC Green. Mr.
Nice,
NC Green.
beautiful.
Number
Salute
2
to
on
NC
the
Green.
leaderboard.
Okay.
And number 3
is
number 1, Austrian Jets fan.
There you go. Exactly where he sits right now in our current raffle prizes at number 3. So I like the consistency there. Very nice. And there you go, Max. So you're in the top 3 right now.
He's number one.
There you go. Love it. Very cool. So thank you, everybody, for all your contributions so far and future contributions to come. Papa, do you have time for some phone calls?
I do. And just for the record,
Yes.
Mac, just as you previously requested, in this box
All right.
is something for the top 3 winners. And I'm going to bring this box. They're going to be autographed live. If you want Boy Greens, I will allow him to sign it after I am complete. But as the number one person, I have 3 different Salute
different
hats.
Cool.
In this box. They'll be autographed by me, and then you can get it autographed by whoever you want to afterwards. But my autograph will go on first.
Yes.
With the right amount of real estate, not Boy Green first.
Yes, that's probably for the best, all things considered. So yes, let's keep that party rolling. But appreciate again all the support is very nice, and let's see if we can continue to have that support moving forward for this project. That would be great.
We got Max Super Chat here.
Yep. Yeah, I don't think we needed a picture. Whoever's doing this in the background, that's yikes.
Yeah, that's a lot of real estate there. It looks like you're like a 3-year-old.
Yeah, right. I don't know what I was thinking there, but yep, that happened. All right, yes, let's get to that super chat. Actually, you're right, Pop. Before we move forward here and get this going, by the way, let's see. Before we do, I believe we've received a donation. Wait, from Neil Sr. Wait a second, let me pull it up here on the old. Let's get the anticipation building here, Pop. Let's see what we got here from Neil. Very cool. Thank you, Neil. It is coming through. Refreshing. It is. Thank you very much. Neil has just donated $100 to the Wounded Warrior Project, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Let's freaking go, Neil. Amazing. So thank you so much, Neil. That's very generous of you. I really appreciate that. And beep, boop, bop. I just sent that over to my Pop, so he now has it in his account. So that is officially moved over, Pop. You should be getting that in seconds. Thank you to our friends over at Navy Federal. So there you go. $100. Add that to Neil. Add that to the board. There we go. Very nice. Let's freaking go, Neil. That's the way.
We also got donated.
No, sorry,
we also got donations from Jets Worldwide.
Ooh,
thank you for that.
JWW.
And
nice.
Kyle Clifton. Hey. So thank you both. Those just came across the old ticker. So thank you very much. We'll beep, boop, bop, add it all together and provide an update next Saturday.
Excellent. All right, let's get the super chat in from Mac Attack, baby. Let's go.
Wow.
By the way, Mac, you are up to 26 raffle tickets. You now have sole possession of 5th place. You just kicked Pop's favorite shipmate out of the top 5. That was a little rude, but nonetheless, shipmate overboard. All right, let's get to this from Mac here. $5 super chat. Good morning, gents. I'm Cade, and he needs reps fan, but I don't believe any rookie quarterback should be starting year 1. Even Mendoza looked like a deer in headlights. I can only imagine if Pop was on the Sunday show, because did you hear about the Matt Lombardo thing from earlier this week, Pop?
Is that what a stupid ass thing he said? He's not a stupid ass, but he said something stupid. That Cade should make Geno ride the pine.
Immediately, week 1, Cade should start.
I wonder how he's feeling after. Yeah. Anyways, that was done.
So, by the way, he joins us on the show tomorrow to start the show at 7 a.m. And I've asked him if he's willing to take calls. He said yes. So, people,
I don't think he recognizes.
I gave him a heads up to say, hey, there's a few people that respectfully disagreed with your stance, and.
As
would you like to take calls about
% of the population of the planet?
I didn't take a poll, but I don't know if I needed to take a poll on that. But
that's a bad take.
Yeah, I did cover it. We did a show on it. I wrote about it. I gave it its proper love from that perspective. But yes, so that will come up on the program tomorrow. So to Mac's point, though, I don't want a rookie quarterback, starting in year 1. Of course, to me, the only way that would happen is if Geno gets hurt, really. I mean, because, or he just is, and I don't know how terrible he would have to be where Aaron Glenn would be like, all right, kid, let's, I can't even envision what that would look like for Geno, because I just think there's just a floor to Geno. There's a competent floor to Geno that I don't think we can reach the levels. And it wouldn't just be one game. Like if someone asked that in a super chat earlier the week, hey, if Geno throws 2 picks, what time do they put Cade in week 1? I'm like, what? No, we're not.
How many weeks? How much slack do we give Justin Fields?
That's a good point. Yeah, he played 7. Well, one game he was out because of injuries. So that wasn't a benching situation. He played, I think, the first 7 games of the season. So he got a long ways, 2 months.
And how bad did it get before he get yanked? How many 50-yard games did he have?
He had 3.
Geno had more than that on his first drive. I think we're good. I don't see it. I'm with you. His ceiling is Justin Fields. His floor is Justin Fields' ceiling. Right?
That's a very interesting way to put it. So, yes, but I think what Mac is saying here is insulation, to your point, to add that other quarterback. So you don't have to go to Cade, because, again, that was the mistake the Jets made in 2023 with Aaron Rodgers and said, hey, Zach, read a book. That's a direct quote that Saleh said to Zach Wilson to get away from football. And then they brought in Aaron Rodgers, said, you're not going to play a lick this year. And then one injury happened, and then they refused. They said, well, I know we told you to go read a book, but actually, you're our savior. Jump in there, buddy. And they completely changed the plan based on one injury.
And Zach wasn't a rookie, right?
Yes,
Zach was not a rookie yet. He was like his second or third year.
Year 3.
Yeah, year 3.
Right, so I guess that's different, to that point. But I just meant to the
point
of you committing to something, like saying, hey, buddy, you're not playing. Oh, there's an injury? Just kidding. You're playing the entire season. Like, if you really believe, they didn't apparently believe in that plan in 2023, but if you come to that realization, I don't know what the Jets coaching staff is talking about in that building, but if you say to yourself, well, Cade's not playing this year, then prove it. Go get another guy right now and make Cade your 3. And you can make him inactive every week if you want, or emergency third quarterback if that's what you want to do. But like, preach what you reap what you sow. Like, do the things that you say. I don't know if that makes any sense. The point is just like, hey man, if you're going to say something, do something. If you don't think Cade should play, then go bring another guy in. If you don't care, to me, and we said this last week, Pop, if Cade is a QB2, the Jets are saying to themselves they are okay with Cade coming into the game. They must be comfortable with that reality, because anything can happen in terms of an injury, and he's one play away from getting into the game.
Yeah, 100%. Realize this. We can say a lot of things in reality-based. You said it before. Now you're in season mode, so you can't bring yourself to say it again. But in reality, right, the Jets are not likely to go to the playoffs this year. Whoa. They're not likely to go.
Wait.
So with that being said, but there is an important thing on the table, right? And that's AG's job, right?
Sure.
So if I'm AG, right, a 36-year-old man in today's NFL 17-game season, there's going to come a time, and hopefully it's only a series. Mm-hmm. Hopefully it's only 2 minutes. Hopefully it's a Jackson Dart trip into the blue tent, if you will. That's all you're going to need that backup. But there's going to come a time this season, seldom does it not come, where you're going to need that backup quarterback to go in and make a play. And unlike the Giants, Jameis Winston is not there to come in on that one play and convert on 3rd and 20, whatever it was, that he did in the first preseason game, right? I don't know if you realize that. Dart, they after he laid on the ground for 5 seconds and didn't move, and then he was surprised. They said, you have to go to the blue tent. Like, what the? Like, I can't believe they made me go in the blue. We thought you were dead for like 3 seconds, right? You're going to the blue tent, right? No one's picking on you. You lay immobile. Yeah, like you weren't twitching. But anyways, when he went out after that play, that was like 3rd and a mile. It was almost like, hey, diddle, rice up the middle. Only it was 3rd down. Jameis Winston off the bench, right? He was eating sunflower seeds. Couldn't find his helmet. He asked Thurman Thomas if he had it. Trots out on the field and converts on 3rd and a mile, right? We don't have that right now. No. I've advocated before that we should have gone and got just Jameis Winston. But anyways, let's not let Cade simmer. If you see what I mean. Let Cade simmer. Go get it back.
Yeah, very nice. Thank you, Mac. By the way, like I said, you have 26 raffle tickets to our contest. And again, all the contributions popped are shouted out, including Neil Sr. with $100 donated towards the Wounded Warrior raffle. Again, we're going to get there for sure. I have no idea what the other contributions just were moments ago, but we're going to get to the total of raising even more money than last year, which again is a huge salute to you guys out in the audience for supporting a cause that's very close to our hearts. And again, a Jets show that can have an impact greater than the Jets. That's pretty cool to me. That's pretty cool for this community. All right.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
All right, Pop, do you have some time for some phone calls?
I did until we continue to espouse. I've got a commitment. I'm taking your lovely sister and your hot Imamji to Clark's Bears, somewhere we have never been before. Clark's
I've never
Bears.
heard that, but okay.
Yeah, it's apparently they've got like bear shows and a train ride. Some psychotic hillman comes out and shoots at you.
Yeah,
but yeah,
you hear banjos, run. All right, there you go.
Right.
Well,
you don't have to be faster than everybody else. You just have to be faster than the slowest person.
That's what they say. Well, Pop, and nonetheless, we've appreciated your winners and not so losers. Concerns. So thank you for taking the time. Thank you for all your work here with this Wounded Warrior Project. You've been leading this charge, and rightfully so and gratefully so. And the WWP is going to be incredibly grateful for this donation check when it comes in due time here in a handful of months. So thank you.
Actually, this just came in. Oh. They just sent me this, and this will be part of the prize pack for the number here. Right. Okay. I just got this. They gave this to me. They gave this to me, not to me, because I was the one that transferred the money from the Wounded Warriors. This is the calendar. I'll be giving this, I believe, to the top first. It'll be one of the top 3 that gets this. So it's a calendar.
Evaluate it with the other prizes, obviously.
Evaluate the other prizes, make sure it's fair and equitable. But yes, this is not a gift to me. This is a gift to you and the Coffee Club. If I had a member for everybody to donate, I would. But yes, this will go among the prize pack for the top 3. Just got this in. Again,
all right, beautiful.
Based on everyone's contributions, not.
Yes, right. Yeah, no, we understand. We're picking up what you're putting down. Yes, absolutely. Well, Papa, enjoy. What is it called again? Clark's what?
Clark's Bears. Clark's
Bears. Beautiful. I'll give that a goog later. Appreciate that. Well, enjoy the day, Pop, and thank you for a great show.
Thank you, Coffee Club. Let's get one more week, and this week is just a little evaluation here or there, and then it's showtime. It's time for Tennessee Tuxedo to not fail. There's another Google for those out there. Tennessee Tuxedo will not fail.
There you go. We'll give that a big search. There he is, Pop, joining us here on the program. We have 330 people in the room, including well over 100 on YouTube. The show ain't over, baby. We're about to open up the phone lines, and you can call in, and boy, this should be a trip. So let's open up the phone lines, and we'll see what happens next. If you're watching on Facebook or Twitter, hop on over. Come on, migrate over to YouTube. That's where you can call in and get your participation trophy. Feel free to do so. We'll be right back after this.
1, 2, 3.
Special team on Jets football with Boy Green J.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Paul Esden Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. Welcome back to Boy Green Daily. We have 337 people watching the show across our social media platforms, including well over 100 on YouTube, but yet only 60-something likes, like the video people. Also, shout out to the people that watch the show after the fact, and also the audio-only listeners of this program that say, Paul, we don't want to see your face. I don't blame you. There you go. Wherever you want to consume the show, I appreciate it. Now, let me just say one thing before we open up the phone lines officially. Please, if I may. Folks, that is the pinned comment on youtube.com/boygreen25. I love talking to the people. I'm people. I love people. And I want love to love. Okay? If you got criticisms about the team, Paul, can you believe this thing happened in the game last night? That's cool. But let's try to keep it civil, please. I don't want to be yanking people off the show and throwing them, but if I have to do what I got to do. So if there is rudeness, if there's crazy stuff going on, I will have no other choice but to have a much quicker trigger on that sort of activity. So I hope that I don't have to do that because I don't want to do that. But sort of like the parent, I will turn this car around. I will have to turn this car around if I have to. So please, let's all be welcoming and loving out there in the community. That's what the phone lines are for, right? Well, with that being said, let's go to the phone lines. We'll kick it off with Hep.
Hey guys, hey fellas, hey, it was funny. It was funny. Pop had the takes that I had last night, pretty much.
That must not be good news. We
Yeah,
might get something about that.
yeah. I just wanted to tell if James is listening. I don't know.
Yes. Yeah.
It sounds like I hear. At first, you can get offended really quick and go like, "Hey, what the hell, dude?" But
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
when you're older, you go like, I hear the pain. There's some pain in there, and that there's something going on with him. That's and it's when you're younger, you always want to be the best, and you're the toughest, and you're this, and then you realize as you get older that there's always somebody tougher than you. There's always
Mhm.
somebody gonna be bigger than you and richer than you, and like John Lennon said, there's nothing you can do that can't be done.
Mhm.
So so you realize, you don't have to start competing with everybody, and you don't have to be the number one in this. You have to be the number one. You have to
Mhm.
figure out, and maybe if your parents, they're doing the best they can, and when they raise you, they're trying to like, instill with you what their values were. But what they
Mhm.
really want is for you to be better than them.
Of course.
That's what I want for my son. I want my son to be better than me.
Yeah.
And when you're a father, you worry about your son. Especially the older guys. Not so
Mhm.
much today. There's more open minded, but in the old days, you're worried about your son growing up to be a sissy and stuff.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So
Mhm.
you'd really lean on him heavy. Today, I think men are a little bit more open minded. I'm sure there's factions of that happen and stuff. But you want to be a tough guy.
Mhm.
Go do an act of kindness for somebody.
Yes.
That's a tough guy. Lay yourself, being showing your muscles and stuff. That's not going to do anything. No
No.
matter how many muscles you have, there's a. I mean, I could tell you a quick story.
Please. Okay.
My uncle was in a group called the Clovers. It was
Okay.
like in the 50s, and it
Mhm.
was like out in Long Island, Massapequa,
Mhm.
New York, and he was it was like in the remember the 50s with the leather jackets,
Yeah, of
yeah,
course.
he
Yeah.
was yeah, and his group was the Clovers, the DA and all that stuff. And the leader of the Clovers used to pick on this one kid all the time.
Okay.
Picked on him, picked on him, picked on him, glasses, nerd, typical nerd kid.
Mhm.
The kid came in one day with a shotgun and he shot him. And it was
Jesus.
goes to show you, no matter how tough you are, there's somebody out there that could take you out with squeezing their finger. So there's
Mhm.
no tough guy really anymore. I mean, it's not like the old days. That was the first school shooting in the history of the United States.
Damn. Wow.
Yeah, that was crazy. So as I said, we'll just try to be. I mean, I'm gonna get off track here. Sorry.
No, that's all right. I sort of appreciate that because, to be honest, it's a little. I don't know. Some people are joking, but it's tense. Like it's just it's it's not certainly not what you want because you were on the receiving end of said business. But like I feel like this is a really cool community, and we come together when people have lows and highs and everything. So if James needs a hug, I'm here to hand out hugs. Not sure if that's his
Yeah.
flavor or not, but nonetheless, I just feel like we should just sort of be appreciate again. I know there's a lot of people I see it in the comment section. Some are more private about it. There's certain colors they don't like, but like if you don't like them, take a lap. I don't know. Like
Yeah.
not gonna not bring people on because certain people don't like them, like unless it crosses some clear and obvious boundaries. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Hopefully, this can be one of those that is a bomb that is quietly diffused. Cut this hard,
Yeah.
and then
And
just
don't go away, James. Come, don't do a junior and like disappear. Don't,
right,
and look, C came back. I mean,
sure,
yeah, I mean, we all flub,
yeah, of course,
we all do crazy shit, man. So come
yeah,
back,
yeah,
it's not a big deal, man.
yeah,
We're grown ups.
yeah, right,
We can take it.
yeah.
All right, Paul. Peace out,
Well,
bud.
actually, Hep, before you
Yeah.
go, there's a super chat here for you. So let's get to this.
Okay.
FL Phil 98 says, "Hey, Hep? Do you have a fucking take?"
Wow.
Yeah, I got a take, man. My take is that I thought I was concerned about the running game.
Yes.
We were talking about that, and
Yeah.
Cade, if I was to get another quarterback,
Mhm.
maybe Dalton makes the most sense to me. I
Probably,
mean,
I guess. Yeah.
AG's job is on the line. He's gotta, does he really want to keep fostering a fourth round quarterback on
Mhm.
bet his career on that? I don't know, but we'll
Yeah.
see. But
Yeah.
that's it, guys. Thanks.
Appreciate it, Hep. There you go. Philium, you have 18 raffle tickets to our contest, and thank you very much for that eloquent super chat. We appreciate it. Thank you. Let's keep rolling on the phone lines. Phone lines are open. That's youtube.com/boygreen25. Let's go to this guy. Very generous with this donation to our efforts for the Wounded Warrior Project. Neil Sr., thank you very much, sir.
Very nice, Paul. Very nice.
Yes, sir.
It's a great morning. I want to tell you,
Yes, sir.
we haven't had a preseason game or a regular season game that looked that complete, mistake free.
Mm-hmm.
Everything clicked. There's nothing you could possibly complain about this morning. I know Pops mentioned the running game, but let's face it. One thing I noticed.
Mm-hmm.
Pittsburgh had their first team defense in there for a very, very long time.
They
And
did.
we took our first team offensive line off the field when Kate Klubnik came in. So
Yes,
he
right.
was playing with a little bit of a deficiency there with his O line, and he had a lot of pressure on him early. But I got to tell you something. This kid's got poise.
Yeah.
He looks all over the field. He hasn't made any glaring mistakes in the preseason. He could turn the ball down the field. He could run with the ball. I'm not interested in any backup but him. I'm not interested. I don't really. I know Pops mentioned there's no need. You got this kid. If Geno goes down for any extended period of time, let's face it, guys. There's no backup in the league that's going to take us to the promised land if Geno gets hurt for any
Probably
extended
true.
period. And in the meantime, this kid could hold the line and could win games for us. Brady Cook, let's have a kudo for Brady Cook throwing a ball downfield.
Beautiful.
Look, Frank Reich is a professional offensive coordinator.
Mhm.
That's the bottom line. Okay. If Cade Klubnik, let me tell you something. He had that one pass that got deflected, by the end. That was a screen that he had set up.
Yeah.
If that screen was completed, that running back goes into the end zone untouched. There was 4 blockers in front of him.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I love the screen game. I love the way Wright calls a game. And I got to give kudos to Aaron Glenn's defensive play calling. I mean, I don't know who's managing the clock because at the end of every half, we had a minute 47. Okay.
Mhm.
He rushes to the line. Klubnik, they clearly could have used a timeout right before Klubnik got sacked.
Yes.
Instead, they go back to the line, they make a completion, and what do? They call a timeout after an incomplete pass where the clock was stopped. I mean, and then they take the last timeout and they wait all the way till we get 4 seconds left to go kick a 59-yard. I mean, the clock management Paul, we have a guy that calls it's not Aaron Glenn's clock management. Don't we have a guy that's job is solely clock management on the
I believe
team?
that is Dan Shamash is still on the staff.
Shamash should get his bag and get the hell
Yeah.
out of the goddamn get his bag at Jets Drive and leave. The
Yeah.
guy is horrendous. Okay. I haven't seen a good clock management on this team since Aaron Glenn took over. And I got to blame Aaron Glenn because he still has the guy doing the clock management.
Yeah, right. Yeah, sure.
I could get a water boy to do a better job with clock management than him. Okay. So that's my only complaint.
Yes, sir.
Defensively, if there's anything we need to fill a slot with when somebody gets released, it's going to be the Mike linebacker. Because I'm going to tell you something right now.
Yes,
There's
sir.
one guy, if he gets injured on this team, is going to have a major league drop off, and that's the Mario Davis.
Of course.
I prayed, I know he's healthy. I know he
Yes.
plays 17 games a year, the whole 9 yards.
Mhm.
But he is more important to us than any player in the 53-man squad. No doubt in my mind. Because I remember when C.J. Mosley came in to that Buffalo, remember the Buffalo opener when he went
that
down
first half.
and the
was
defense
incredible.
looked like shit after he went down.
Yeah.
That's the same type of drop-off we're going to have if DeMario goes down because he gets everybody set. He's the quarterback of the defense. He knows where to put people, and he is the most important player on our defense. So I would like to get a satisfactory Mike linebacker to just sit there on the bench and play him every so often when he wants to spell DeMario. But we need a guy like that. I think it'd be the most important aspect of the team. Obviously, this kid Lynn looked spectacular.
Yeah.
I'm talking about now obscure players, and I'll move on. I'll let you move on.
Junior Bergen. Yeah.
Junior Bergen, I mean, look, he's just a filler. Let's face it, he's just a filler. I don't want to see Ngagwu play anymore. I don't want to see this kid, and just play the running backs that you have. You don't need to go get another running back. Pops is wrong with that. We got Isaiah. We got a good we got a good running back room. I don't want to spend any money in the running back room. Okay. If anything, we spend a little bit of money on another linebacker. I think our back end is fine. Okay. I love Belton. Cisco came out with one yesterday. I'm afraid Aaron Glenn's going to start Cisco over Belton. I just don't agree with that because I don't like Cisco. Okay.
Yeah.
And I like the kid whose father was on Pittsburgh. What's his name?
Father was on Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Jordan Clark. Yeah. Ryan Clark.
Jordan Clark looked real. Look,
Yes,
this kid looks good to me. He makes tackles. He stays with his receiver. Look, the tackling, guys are tackling, Paul.
Yeah,
Everybody looks, and I want to tell you one other thing that really impressed me. I didn't see a lot of flags. I don't see a lot of flags this preseason. I don't see false starts. I don't see stupid plays. I don't see defensive holding. I don't see guys out of position. I see a very well-run, organized situation.
Yeah, 4 penalties. Not bad at all last night.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, I said this early on, and I'm going to stick with it. This team is going to win a lot of games. The only way we're not going to win games is that we're going to be outcoached. But I believe that Aaron Glenn is going to defer a lot of the coaching aspects of his team to Frank Reich. He seems very humble to me. He almost seems too humble. I mean, he got out there yesterday and he keeps talking about the mistakes we got to fix. I don't know what the hell that's about. But I love the way the team reacts. I love Geno's post game. I love the fact that, I just like his demeanor. I just think he's comfortable. And I'm going to tell you something. Our offensive line protected him, and that's the key to success. If you're a quarterback in this league and you're a veteran quarterback and your offensive line protects you, you will carve up the defense on no matter who you're facing. And that's going to be the key to our team. Our offensive line is going to be the key. I like the backup. I like 72. What's his name? The kid we
Not
got.
Michael Clemens anymore.
No, the rookie
Yeah,
offensive
Inez
guard.
Cooper. Yes, Inez
This
Cooper.
kid, Inez Cooper, let me tell you something.
Might be a find.
Every time I see him blocking, I see the defender on his back. Okay, he knocks guys to the ground,
Yeah.
and I like that. Okay, and he's big.
Yeah.
He might be our future guard. We may move Tip.
Be great.
Look. If Titman, if the center goes down or he doesn't have a center really is our only. Our center is legit, but he's not
He's not a star.
he's not a star. Okay, if the center is weak, okay, we can move. I feel very comfortable
Titman
moving
move?
Titman back to center and put this Inez Cooper in at right
Right.
guard. I have no problem with that. If that comes down to it, even under a situation where somebody gets hurt, I feel really good about our offensive line depth.
Mhm.
And one thing about Pops, I'll give it one other thing I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Mitchell is going to be a good receiver. He's going to be good for a big, long game once in a while. But Frank Reich is a tight end guy. And I'm going to tell you something. Our tight ends are going to light it up this year.
Let's
Okay.
go.
That is where we're going to see. We're going to see two. I believe we're going to see two tight ends. Sadiq and Taylor both have over 400 yards receiving. We're going to get 1,000 yards out of our tight end room, no doubt in my mind. Garrett is Garrett, no question.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
When you see that play Garrett did, right?
Yeah.
This is where you really got to say Frank Reich has knows what he's doing.
Mhm.
Garrett's going down. It looks like he's going to do a post into the end zone.
Mhm.
Right? He runs down the field. He does that post. He's got the cornerback committed. And then he just breaks it to the sideline. And that cornerback's shoes almost came off. He could have sat there for 5 minutes waiting for the ball to come. So, that's the 3rd and 9. One thing you got to realize, the 3rd and 9, we had a lot of situations on that first drive where we had 3rd and long and converted.
Yeah, nice.
We don't convert 3rd and longs, not very often in the last few years.
No.
And that's on Frank Reich.
Yeah.
Everybody looks good. Guys are catching the ball. I can't tell you how excited I am. I'll be there week 1. I'm going to be humping jerseys. I'm going to be me and Fireman Ed. I'm going to put Fireman Ed on my shoulders. I don't have the strength anymore to pick him up. If it was the old me at 300 pounds, I would be tossing Fireman Ed around. But he could put me on his shoulders now. Since I only weigh 215 now, I used to weigh 330.
Yeah.
I'm going to get on Fireman Ed's shoulders. You better look for it because I'm telling you something. We are going to light up Tennessee. You're going to be there, right, Paul?
Hell yeah, I'm going to be there, Neil.
Dude, you're going to see me in action. Okay. My shirt's going to be off. I'm going to be running up and down the aisle on 110.
Okay.
I'm going to have you guys crazy. We are going to be crazy. We're going to be doing shots.
Sure.
Up and down before the game starts. We're going to have the post game. We're going to be at the hotel with Fireman Ed, with all of us at the bar going into the morning. That's how excited we're going to be. And we're going to get ready for the opener against Green Bay, and we're going to put them to sleep. Let's go, baby. That's it. That's what I got. Have a good weekend, everybody, and get ready to put a little hurting on the G-men next week before we start the season.
Let's go. Your time is up. Gotta let your ass go. Thanks for calling in the Boy Green Show.
Neil with the shirt off. All right, there we go. Time to party somewhere, baby. There we go with the Tennessee Titans. Excellent. All right, let's get a super chat in here before we go back to the phone lines. We got Philium with a $6 super chat. Appreciate you, Philium. Every time we get a super chat, we hear from my daughter, Zariah Luna.
Wow.
Philium, you're up to 20 raffle tickets so far this month. Thank you very much. We'll get more on the prizes here in a second. I sincerely want to express my admiration for Hep. I can be slow to forgive, and that only hurts me. You can't spell class without Hep. That's for sure. Spelling bee extraordinary. Yes, Hep handled that well. I apologize that sort of behavior was displayed on the show. That's not what I want this show to be about last night. If you guys missed it, you can pay attention to one of the two streams because unfortunately my stream exploded at one point. But yes, Hep shows nothing but class, open heart, very nice. Again, I'm all for good ribbing. Ribbing is fine. There's a clear line that can be crossed and was crossed, and hopefully that individual, James, is able to, sort of embrace the mistake and hopefully move on. Hopefully that can happen here. And life is all about learning, and hopefully that can happen. So, Philium, thank you very much for the super chat. All class, all class. Hopefully we can see that here in due time. Let's go back to the phone lines here on the program. Up next is One Punch Brigga, Dave Brigga.
Hey, good morning, Paul.
Great to see you,
You'll have to
Dave.
excuse me. I'm getting over a cold, so my voice isn't very
Sorry.
strong.
Well, I hope you heal up, my friend.
Yeah, thank you. Well, number one, I salute Hep.
Yes, of course.
I salute Hep. He's a gentleman.
Yes.
Coming under that attack last night for no reason whatsoever.
No.
But this stuff is uncalled for. We all, sometimes we have these confrontations.
Yeah.
And, sometimes we're good actors. That's all. I could be a good actor at times,
Yeah.
But it's all meant a jest, We some guys just gotta cool down a little bit. I mean, there's no attack a guy that just comes on. He's a gentleman. He adds to the show daily. Yeah. I mean, that was just like psychotic behavior to me. I mean, there's no reason for that. So Hep, I salute you again. He's a gentleman. And going to the game, I was very encouraged. I've been so discouraged with this team the last year or so. And last night showed some positive signs. I see your guy Cisco got a pick.
Yeah.
I put it in the chat. I saw that for the first happen. And, the only thing that really bothers me is the backups for the offensive line. I mean, I kind of got, their clubbing was getting mauled there. And I don't know if he's putting, I don't know about his reading the plays, if there was just a little delayed, but a couple of those plays he was mauled. So they got to shore up that backup offensive line, and the offensive line got to get a better push on the running game. They got to just get that running game going. I'm not, it's preseason. We have to just maintain our cool a little bit. Don't get overhyped, but at least we got some progress here. That's the key. We showing progress. Glenn is showing progress. Mm-hmm. That's what has been needed so far,
Yes.
And I don't know. I'm encouraged. Put it that way.
Yes.
Put it that way.
Well. Yes.
Because listen, it's been a tough run here for 15 years.
Oh,
it's
God.
been, and the Rodgers era, how that collapsed, and going into that last year was just so discouraging. Mm-hmm. There was towards the end of the year, those last 5 games, there was no hope whatsoever.
Brutal.
No hope whatsoever. So I feel good for the young guys here.
Let's go.
We needed some positivity.
Mm-hmm.
That's the number one thing. We need to be positive.
Infectious energy, man. Yes.
Yeah. So you're doing a good job. You maintained your cool. I don't know how. If I was in control, I would have kicked that guy right out.
Yeah, I probably should have, to be honest. I let that go too far for sure. So it's self-reflection.
You live and learn, right?
Yes, sir.
You live and learn. But if he was sticking in your face, I think you probably would have TKO'd him.
But,
you could have given him that karate chop,
Yeah, there you go. I do have those skills.
That guy needs some serious help. I mean, you could see it in his face.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's drinking, if he just had beer muscles or what,
Yeah.
But a guy like Hep, you see him there. It's the quiet guys. You got to be careful. He'd probably rip him apart if he opened his mouth.
Probably true. That's true. Yeah.
Those are the guys you got to worry about. So. Mm-hmm. Hep, keep bringing forward your takes. You're a good man. You're a gentleman, and I appreciate all he brings to the show. So,
amen.
As far Neil brought a lot of takes. I don't want to be redundant. They were good takes by Neil.
Yeah,
and I'm just getting prepared for the season. I just want that first game. I want to destroy Salah. I want that team destroyed.
I do too.
That is the key to the season, Paul. That first game. Jake has been on it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You can't leave Tennessee without a win.
No.
So you guys are gonna have to pull that. You're gonna have to pull them through. I won't be there. I won't be there, but I'll be pulling for you.
You'll be with us in spirit. We'll be thinking about you, Dave.
But I'll be there October, the night before at Chef.
I can't wait to meet you. It's gonna be phenomenal. That'll be great. Saturday, October 10th.
Yeah. So is that the date? October? Yeah, the 25th is Miami,
October 10th.
right? So
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. That's
Okay,
a
you're,
week
you're
from
doing
now.
a great job, Paul. Just
Thank
hang
you,
in
sir.
there.
All right.
God
Appreciate
bless
you,
you
Dave.
all.
There he is, One Punch Brigga, baby, here on the program. And yes, the restaurant takeover, there is a sign up in the YouTube description down below. If you're in the area, I'd love to meet you. Hang out with your fellow Jet fans. I think we have about 50 committed to going, so we have a few slots left. If you want to go, it's free to attend. The only thing you'll have to pay for is your food and drink. That is at the Cloverleaf Tavern, Caldwell, New Jersey. That is the direct link in the YouTube description down below. There's an Excel sheet that you can sign up for. That will be Saturday, October 10th, the night before the Jets-Browns game. If you're not going to the Jets-Browns game, that doesn't restrict you from going to this or not going to this. You can go if you're in the area, so feel free to take full advantage. Let's go back to the phone lines. This guy has made his return. It's Kyle Clifton. And Kyle, thank you for all your contributions to Wounded Warrior Project. Very meaningful. Thank you, sir.
I appreciate that. Thanks, Paul. I guess I missed what I came in kind of late. What happened earlier, but it must have been some scene.
Oh, it was last night. Oh boy, yeah, it got frisky. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think the two biggest needs on either side of the ball has to be interior offensive line. To me, that's the paramount thing that we need to bring in, and then a little linebacker depth. Like down the line, I mean, I don't think DeMario can go much longer. So, like, we got to start to prioritize a draft middle linebacker next year.
Did you see the Mike Clay article yesterday?
I didn't.
Okay, so Mike Clay ranked all the positions in the NFL from quarterback to safety, all 32 teams, 1 through 32, and he ranked them on who's the best and worst right now. He ranked the Jets as the best off-ball linebacker unit in the entire National Football League, and I almost spit out my drink. I'm like, what? Number one? And he just heralded the group for everything they have, and I'm like, wow. It shows you perspective, I guess, on a different – I couldn't believe that. Yeah, it's on ESPN right now. That's nuts.
Yeah, I mean, what a difference a year makes. A bit of a position change for Sherwood, and all of a sudden he's viewed in a different light.
Yeah, apparently. Wow, that's surprising.
Yeah, I've got last night was a decent performance. We're gonna go as Glenn goes. He had the defense ready to play last night, and I got to tip my hat to him.
Sure.
The clock management stuff continues to be a little, he didn't overly embarrass himself last night, but it wasn't optimal, I think. And we're all hoping he can gain confidence and experience and be the coach that we hope he can be. I don't see it, but it's just a matter of if we can fill out the depth pieces, add to the linebacker core, add to the interior offensive line, and if everyone can stay relatively healthy, we can be in the hunt. We can be playing competitive games in the end of November, early December. I see it.
That'd be refreshing.
Yeah. It was just good to get a win in Pittsburgh. I was there 15 years ago. That city's very disorienting when you've had a few drinks and it's dark out in the middle of winter. I can tell you that. If you've never been there before,
I have. I went there for the draft. So
yeah,
and I was there the year before in the summer. Everyone talked about that Pittsburgh Pirates ballpark, PNC Park, and said, "Oh, you got to go." And yeah, I was stumbling through the cobblestone streets. Not great in the middle of the night. So no,
yeah. So Nashville's a great town. I got the fear of missing something a little bit. There's no cover everywhere and live music and a lot of karaoke. The one thing I will suggest to people is that when you're out the night before, the first song in the middle of the afternoon, in the middle of one of the main thoroughfares, and there's a plate glass window, and they have speakers out to the street. Don't do 24 Hours at a Time by Marshall Tucker Band. It's very hard tune to carry.
Okay.
So just try and stay away from those pitfalls, and they don't appreciate any booing in Lonnie's to the karaoke on Printers Row for any of the karaoke singers. I know that for a fact. So enjoy yourself, guys, and I'll talk to you all soon.
There he is, Kyle Clifton. Great to have him back here on the show. Very nice. Duly noted on all those. I've not been to Nashville. Pittsburgh I've been to now twice. I've never been to Nashville. So let's go. Nearly 400 people in the room. Like the video, hit subscribe. Let's go to my co-host every Wednesday. It's Ricky New York Live.
Hey, Paul, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing swell. Hey, the Jets kicked the Steelers' ass last night, 17-0. So much positivity. It felt awesome. And yes, to Kyle's point, I hate the Steelers. So anytime we can beat them, whether it's preseason, postseason, regular season, any season, screw the Steelers.
Right on. And I was working, so I didn't watch it as it was happening, but I watched it afterward. And yes, very encouraging. Man, Kyle, I'll tell you what, I avoid karaoke at all costs. The last time I did karaoke, it turned into like a bar fight, like a brawl. The whole bar ended up breaking out into a fight. Not everybody shares my sense of humor. And that's back when I used to drink. So I asked everybody to please rise for our national anthem. Surprisingly, almost the whole bar did. And then when the music started and it was Bob Dylan, Everybody Must Get Stoned, people didn't find it as funny as I thought it was.
That's too bad.
At any rate, dude, I don't know what happened with James last night. I didn't see it. But James, if you're watching, reach out to me. Okay. My superpower is gluing back together fans that this team has broken. And I intend to use that superpower quite a bit this year.
Okay.
I may not seem like it because I'm always positive when I'm here because the Jets are kind of my happy place. But I have kind of a temper myself sometimes. And so, James, if you're watching, reach out to me, man. Because
let's rebuild the bridge, man. Let's again. I'm glad Hep said this. It's Hep's. Not Hep's decision, but Hep's stance. He was the one who was on the receiving end. He was very kind to stick a hand back out despite everything that happened. Said, "Hey, man, bygones be bygones. We're all adults. Like, let's go." So hopefully that's not the last we hear of James. That'd be a terrible final impression if that is indeed the case there for James. So James, if you are listening out there in the universe, again, I would just hope we come on, apologize, and move on. Again, you cannot like callers. I can tell you privately and publicly, I've heard when people don't like certain callers, they express that to me in every form of social media that exists, and they're not afraid to say it, and that's fine. I'd love if you guys all love each other, but you don't have to. It's not my power or responsibility to do, but we also don't have to disrespect people. So I think that's sort of the fine line here. Yes.
Yeah, man, we're all on the same side here. Okay, we're all in green and white. We're not supposed to be adversarial with each other.
No, we have enough problems as is. We don't need to create more by going after each other's throats.
Dude, you know Derek, the Kansas Jets fan, right?
I do.
One of the nicest guys ever. He was co-hosting with me on Thursday night.
Okay. And
someone typed in the comments, "What does this guy call in to ruin every stream and talk for 2 hours?" And
geez,
I almost booted the person, but then I'm like, okay, wait a minute. This could be sarcasm. I just kind of let it slide by. But man, we're all on the same side here. Moving on from that and getting back to the game. Only 4 penalties last night. Dude, nice. One of them was a DPI. One of them was that Arian Smith block above the waist. So they weren't even necessarily offensive line penalties. So that's a good thing.
Yes.
I was real encouraged. Prior to the game, I said, "Hey, man, I want to see some A.D. Mitchell." Boom. Right off the bat, we did. My guy. And, I wanted to see, Geno look effective. Boom. Right down the field, scored a touchdown. I think that Geno probably did it quite a bit to silence the "let's start Cade" foolishness that went on just before that.
Yeah.
And that's nothing against Cade, but dude, he is a rookie. He's gonna have his ups and downs. And I was very encouraged by what I saw last night though. Hey, I can't believe this. I'm agreeing with Pops. Call up Arizona. You know what? If we're going to bring in another running back, Trey Benson looks like he may not have a spot with how crowded the running back room is, and you can never have enough Florida State players. So, and speaking of Florida State players, good
Yeah.
for Malik McLean at the end of that game, catching a couple of nice passes.
And he should have had that fumble, you know?
Yes. Yeah. And you know what? I'm stoked. I'm looking forward to this year. As Neil was talking about, the screen game looking good. Dude, you know what? Nothing can screw up a Robert Saleh defense like a good screen game. So I am all for it, man. I am all for it. If you check your phone, I sent you a text of a job application that I just put in.
Oh, let me see.
That, I wouldn't call it my dream job, but it's right here close to my house and convenient for me to get to. Instead of killing myself in the heat, I would be driving around in an air-conditioned vehicle all day. So
good luck. That's terrific news. Great to hear.
Fingers crossed. And I did get an email back from them almost immediately thanking me for my application. So
okay, that's
hopefully that proceeds well. And hey, man, I'm looking for it. And also appreciate you that thumbnail I sent you yesterday.
Oh, it gave me a lot of fun. I love puns and things of that nature. So court in session, that is hilarious.
The look on those three guys' faces just worked so well for that.
That's great.
And they were just random pictures that I picked, but it seemed to work really well.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. When's that show coming up?
That's coming up this Thursday.
Okay.
At 8 p.m. I will be joined by Court from Court Sports, and then tonight at 8 I'll be joined by Macho from Macho Talk Sports.
Great, Macho, phenomenal.
So yeah, man, we're having a good time, and this season can't get here quick enough. And hey, everybody, hold on to that fucking rope, man, because the Jets are back, baby.
Let's go. There he is, Ricky New York Live, baby. Make sure you guys show some love to his channel. Beautiful. We're back, baby. Shout out to Sharon McLean, one of our favorites. She's been a member for nearly 2 years, 23 months.
Wow.
I'm more of a giver than a taker. That's great to know, Sharon. It's a better place to be. Rather give than take. We need more people like that in the universe. Thanks, Sharon. Thank you for all the love so far. Again, we have nearly 400 people in the room, including over 100 here on YouTube. Guys, like that video. Free way to contribute to the show. Also, hit subscribe if you haven't already. We are like 14 people away from 8,800, which is awesome. So we continue to grow every single day. Back to the phone lines. It's going to be my Tennessee buddy. It's Ted, NY Jets FL. What's up, pal?
Paul, good morning. I missed your post-game show because obviously I'm not the night owl. You'll actually see me going to bed by 9 or 10 o'clock at night, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. Well.
Yeah, I'm usually up by like 4:30, 5 o'clock.
Oh, okay. You'll see me for Boy Green Daily then the next morning. Nice.
Yeah. Well, I don't know where to start. I have to say Neil being positive is great.
Yeah, refreshing. Nice. Very nice.
I think when Kyle calls and says, Glenn needs to learn how to coach, like something to that effect, or get improvement, or even Jake.
Yeah, he didn't like his clock management. He said it was passable, but not ideal, I think was some of his word of verbiage.
I think Glenn does know how to coach. Maybe he needs to have a little bit of head coaching experience, but I think it exposes the severe lack of talent we had last year. Just the effect that, the players that he didn't have his horses. I mean, I know he had some of them, but Jamie Sherwood obviously was not a starting caliber leader of the defense. So
and by the way, like on the game management thing, because again, I know where Kyle stands in Aaron Glenn, so he needs Aaron Glenn to prove it in a dramatic way to change his opinion. So he's gonna. Not to sort of speak for him, but my opinion of Kyle is he's on a default setting of like F Aaron Glenn until Aaron Glenn does something. So I don't blame Aaron Glenn at that half scenario for Cade Klubnik taking a sack that he shouldn't have. That's on Cade Klubnik. That's on Aaron Glenn's fault. He can't prevent that from happening. That's on Klubnik to get rid of the ball, which put them in the more compromising situation. So, I think some of the halftime criticisms are a little misplaced. I believe you should blame the rookie quarterback for making a rookie quarterback mistake than Aaron Glenn for lack of knowledge on a 2-minute situation. So, but again, Kyle's not the only one. A lot of people are going to need to see Aaron Glenn do backflips before they believe, and so be it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I understand that. You have to prove some of it, but on the Cade Klubnik thing, his offensive line was backups, and a lot of the Steelers were playing starters.
Right.
By the way, Jack Sawyer is going to be a nice player for the Steelers. Quite honestly.
Yeah, I tried to get him. I spoke to the Steelers Insider earlier this week. Is like I love when we do these conversations. We'll do it again for Giants. Like, oh, is there someone on the Giants roster that could shake free? I said a player, and I was saying it for the Steelers this week. Ooh, Jack Sawyer. Said no, he's a roster lock. Get lost. I went that would have been nice. By the way, in a random note here, Badshaw says it's good to hear that his breakfast will be ready from Ted in the morning. So are you a breakfast maker there, Ted?
Yeah, I eat eggs every day. You have to eat eggs.
Okay, great. So it sounds like we'll have eggs for the house. Nice. Great to know. I love eggs. So bad shot. Breakfast.
I don't mind. I don't mind. I don't. On that note, I forgot where I was going. But let me say this.
Yes.
When Pittsburgh sends the house to a rookie quarterback with a backup offensive line, I can't fault him. At least he didn't throw a pick over the middle. He took a sack once.
Yeah.
And that throw on the third down to the sideline.
Oh,
where
yeah.
I thought it was great because he put it all the way on the outside of the basically he threw it out of bounds where only the receiver can toe tap it. That's the way I looked at it.
Yeah, I mean, yes, I guess there is a world where that could have happened because it did touch the receiver's hands. But when you throw that kind of go-go ball, not even go-go, I don't want to misrepresent it. When you throw that kind of that's just dangerous. Like, it's ballsy. It was when he threw it, I'm like, oh, thank God. It fell incomplete. It was a little dancing the line a little, but I respect. Hey, man, you got to have some. I'd rather him. I've said this 1,000 times. And to use a dog example, I'm rather hold the leash back on a dog than try to get the dog to go. So, like, I'd rather be more aggressive, and you have to rein it in a little versus they just don't have that fire in them, and then it just never happened. So, I prefer what we saw from Cade than the latter of Justin Fields last year. So,
completely agree. What kind of toast does Badshaw like?
That's a good question. What kind of toast, Badshaw? I'll tell you, I like wheat. I've just sort of convinced myself that it's healthier. I'm not sure if it actually is, but when I go to, I haven't been to a Subway in a while, but they're like, hey, what kind of bread? I'm like, wheat, because I'm a healthy guy. And I don't know if it actually is healthier, but I do convince myself of that. So wheat toast, eggs, I could have them boiled, scrambled, over easy. Those are all I'm a crispy potato guy. Not sure if potatoes are in the house, but I'm a crispy bacon. Oh yeah, some nice crispy applewood smoked bacon would be spectacular. Yeah, so bacon, potatoes, a good egg. Yeah, that's he says he takes his toast medium rare on the toast.
His will be burned. His will be burned then. Sourdough bread is my choice. So
nice.
Sourdough. And healthy generally, depending on. Paul, I mean, I was optimistic even after the season, once we started accumulating certain players in the draft and things. So 7 to 9 wins is, I mean, 7 is an absolute minimum for me.
Yeah.
I won't say too much now. Let's go play some games, but I watched real quick. I watched a couple of Pittsburgh after show.
Okay. Yeah, what'd they say? I haven't seen any of that kind of stuff.
Really panicked with their offensive line, and they basically said Howard's going to be cut, and that Howard, needs some development. And that's a team that scored 28 points the week before.
Yeah.
So that's set in. So I got to go, Paul. I'm here, and Edward Ziff calling me. Have a good one, Paul.
There is Ted, baby, joining us here on the program. Thank you, Ted. That was beautiful. Well, I want to thank everybody for joining us. This was a lot of fun to go over. A huge preseason win, baby. A victory, a dub. Oh, yeah. How sweet it is, baby. How sweet it is. Well, thank you, everybody, for joining us. A super fun stream here. Again, for the 100+ people that are here, like the video and hit subscribe. Show your support. Again, we're getting closer and closer to 10,000 subscribers. I celebrate 6 years. My 6-year anniversary of this YouTube channel is coming up next month in September. So we're in for a huge season, Jet fans. Buckle up. Buckle up. It's going to be awesome. Well, before I go, I got to get my co-host in here for the stream for Jets Giants this week on the show. Macho Talks Sports, also Macho Talks Jets. No Macho Talks Jets tonight because as Ricky New York plugged already, it's going to be Macho Ricky New York Live. But the episode is not canceled. It is simply moved. It's just on the Monday that's coming up, which is terrific. A lot of stuff going on. So Macho of Macho Talks Sports, welcome to the program.
Thank you. It's going to be real quick and brief. I just want to say I'm tired of people calling in with takes. It's pissing me off. If you call in, no takes. I want you to sing. I want you to dance. I want you to do anything but give a take. It's really just pissing me off. Yeah. Honestly, I mean, we had Mr. Famous Fulton come in last night and serenade us.
He did.
It was absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it was beautiful, eloquent. Country singer. I had no idea who he was. Actually, I still don't know who he is, but nonetheless, the singing. We've had a lot of guitar playing. Hap obviously is coming with some of that. So we've had EZ has played music. He's sang on the show before. So yeah, we've had some variety in the diet. Yeah,
and that's it. This is no longer a Jet show. I know this is New York Daily Jet show. No more. No.
Yeah,
today, starting today, you call in talent show. That's it.
Yeah. So, folks, gather your talent out there in the audience. We'd love to see it, and let's go. So, in between all the talent stuff, we will have Macho here as again, in case you missed it last night, it's officially announced our Jets Giants preseason game coming up this weekend or Friday specifically. I guess Friday is technically, if you want to really sort of generalize, but not quite the weekend. It'll be Friday night. 6 days away is the preseason finale. It's going to look different. I'm going to be doing the play-by-play coverage, but I'll also have a new color analyst and stat man and producer and a little bit of everything. It's going to be fun. We're all going to sort of figure it out together, and we'll get our feet wet. So hopefully you guys can join us for that next week. That should be a lot of fun.
Yes, sir. We're going to kick some Giants ass. The call-in link is going to look a little different because it won't be on StreamYard anymore. So that's just a heads up for anybody when we do put in the call-in link inside the chat.
Okay, yeah. So you'll see. So some different things are going to be operating. We'll see how that puppy flows. So stay tuned, folks. It should be a lot of fun. Macho, appreciate you, man.
Take him.
There he is, Macho of Macho Talk Sports here on the program. Again, thank you everybody for tuning in. We'll be back on tomorrow morning, and boy, will that be an episode. NFL insider Matt Lombardo, who had this take a few days ago, that Cade Klubnik should start for the Jets in week 1 over Geno Smith. Does he still feel that way? We'll talk about it. Plus, the Jets Worldwide crew, it's going to be a great old time. That'll be coming up on Sunday. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Go Jets, and we'll see you next time. Take care.